Hey guys, what's up? How are you today? I hope you're doing good. I'm happy to see you. Welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna be doing who's crazy over you, right? Who's crazy over you? I think so. Dang, I forgot to write it down again. Okay, anyways, yeah, who's crazy about you? There we go. Who's crazy about you? I hope you guys enjoyed this little subject of mine, and I'm gonna go ahead and jump into it. Who's crazy about you, group number one? Who is crazy about you? Person views you as a Queen of Wands. They can feel like you have a lot of like magnetic energy about you or something like that, okay? Some of you guys could be a Leo. That's really standing out to me. This person could feel like they have a weak spot in regards to you, or like they can't resist you, or like, I know you're not standing in the hallway, like they can't resist you, or you know, they can't keep their hands off of you. There's very strong passion here as well, you know. Or this person could feel like the topic of you or bringing you up in discussion or conversation is like very, very touchy, or you know, they could be very, very sensitive when you're involved or when the topic is you, okay? They could also feel like there are other suitors, or there's a bit of competition around courting or being in a relationship or being involved with you. Or, you know, this person could just feel like you're that attractive to where, you know, they know other people are probably attracted to you as well. And they could be also very jealous, okay? Who's crazy about you, number one? This person is extremely possessive. This could be someone who, they like to keep the communication very, very like tight, you know. They don't let too much time go by with you guys not communicating or interacting in some way. You could work with this person, or this person could be wanting to work with you, or they could view you guys as being like a unit or a team, or potentially grow into a team. But I do feel like this person is like, they want you around in like the romantic way, in the romantic sense. And then they also want you around in like the business or like career or financial aspect as well, right? So that's why I'm kind of getting this. They want you around them all the time, or they could feel like they never get tired of you, you know what I'm saying? Even if this is someone who you work with, or someone who you've like started a business with or something like that, this person feels like they never get tired of your presence. They never get tired of you being around them, okay? Who's crazy about you, group number one? There's a King of Wands in the reverse. This masculine energy could be a little bit selfish. Wait a second. Who's crazy about group number 1? Even though that's the first person that kind of came out, I don't feel like this King of Wands in the reverse was that original energy that I first picked up on. This King of Wands in the reverse is someone who you may not be in communication with, you may not be talking to. You know I'm recording the video. Why you keep walking over here? Little boy. So what are you doing? I'm getting ready to record a video. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So you know what you're doing, right? Yeah, so this King of Wands in the reverse energy, this masculine is kind of immature. He's immature, he's underdeveloped in a lot of ways, or refusing to grow up. This masculine energy could have Peter Pan syndrome or something like that. Their energy is very like unstable, or it's hard to depend on this person, or it's hard to trust this person, because they do usually tend to be in like that in and out, you know, up and down, hot and cold kind of vibe, right? So this masculine energy here, which isn't the first person I picked up on, just want to clarify that they're wanting to reach out to you, to communicate with you, to establish communication with you, but their energy is so all over the place, you know what I'm saying? They spread themselves very, very thin in terms of their sexual relationships and their romantic partnerships. You know, it's like the intent is there and the desire to communicate with you is there, but it is delayed because its masculine energy is running low on energy. You know, he's running low on his abilities to like create and to manifest, even running low on his sexual energy, because like I said, he spreads himself very, very thin. Okay, so this masculine is wanting to reach out to you. He's coming forward with some sexual energy. You know, it's just like, I don't want to say that sounds kind of dirty. It's just like, let me get mine, you know what I'm saying, and then I'm out the door kind of energy. Okay, that's what I'm picking up on him. Or he just feels like, you know, it's an itch that needs to be scratched or something like that. Or I'm almost feeling like this masculine, he feels attracted to you, right? But he doesn't really like separate you from any of his other sexual conquests. So it kind of feels like he's in the energy of wanting to like treat you the same way as he's treating everyone else. This masculine could actually be being blocked from you on a spiritual level, because his intention is underdeveloped, immature. This could be a masculine from your past as well. They could feel like you're receiving some sort of justice in your life presently, or fairness, you know, or like you guys could have a lot of peace around you as well. Serenity, you could be very content in life, or you kind of give off the energy as in you're lacking in nothing, you know, you're missing nothing, you have everything that you need. The universe provides you for you, right? So this masculine energy kind of feels like you don't really need or desire anything from him. And he could also feel like if there was any way that he was able to restrict you in the past, or play some kind of like mental game with you, or have you waiting on him, you know what I'm saying? He feels like you've released yourself from whatever was like tying you to him, or making you feel obligated to him, you know, or making you feel like you were supposed to be loyal to this masculine energy, or whatever it is. It seems like you've released yourself from whatever, you know, and you kind of accepted him for his patterns, you know, his normal every day-to-day activities. So you release yourself from the constraints of being tied, connected to, or bonded to this masculine. He could feel like you're looking elsewhere, or you're exploring other options, or you could have other interests, or you're open to other people's offers. I do that because I be trying to grab the word I want to say, but I can't grab it, but I'll use a word like it. Who's crazy about you, group number 1? Ten of Pentacles. Who's crazy about you, number one? You can feel like you're on your way to a marriage or a long-term commitment or something like that. Yeah, that's what I'm getting, is a separation between you and this masculine energy, okay? Or like you've closed a cycle here with this person, and they can feel like you're on the way into a marriage, or you're getting close to like finding your person, or you know, new love's right around the corner for you, or you will eventually meet the right person. That's kind of how this masculine's viewing it. You could be being viewed as marriage material as well, or wealth building material here. Someone here could feel like you're coming out of isolation or a period of being single, or some of you guys could have been single for like a really, really long time here, you know, especially if you've released yourself from this energy. That's what I'm saying. It's like the second you release this masculine or you close the cycle, things just started moving forward in your romantic life, you know, because that energy was blocking you in a way. Okay, I feel like he has awareness that he was potentially a block, or he could have, did I say potentially a block? He has the awareness that he could have been blocking you, or he could have been doing this intentionally to kind of keep you off the market or keep other suitors away from you, okay? So yeah, someone here feels like you're entering into a marriage, or you have the potential to do so. So this person's going crazy because they're no longer in the picture, you know, and they can't go through your social media. They can't really get information from you. Some of you guys could barely post, you know. Some of you guys, maybe you haven't posted a picture of yourself in years or something like that, you know. This masculine energy, he feels like maybe he has some sort of, you know, connection to the past you, but the energy that you're in presently is like way out of his league here, okay? And then he's also a bit upset that he's unable to spy. I feel like if he was able to get on, you know, your Facebook or whatever, people still use Facebook, Instagram, you know, if he was able to get updates on you constantly, he would feel, okay, at least that's something, you know. He would feel satiated a little bit, but it's like they can't even get that, okay? Or maybe you did block this person, but whatever the case, he's upset, he's sad, he's mourning, you know. He could be feeling disappointed. He could be unable to see certain things, you know, certain things about himself. Like, I feel like he's able to see the situation for what it is, but he's unable to piece together how things got here, because he doesn't know how to, he doesn't have like a healthy inner dialogue, you know what I'm saying? Or he doesn't hold himself accountable, okay? So yeah, he's in the cold. He's upset and he's going crazy because like it's cold outside. You guys could be symbolic of some kind of warmth, or, you know, sunshine, or a source of light to this masculine energy. He feels cut off from the light. He feels cut off from the light. And he could also feel like he's Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Also facing repercussions for some feminine he has in the picture here as well. Who's crazy about you, group number one? Oh, there's another person, King of Cups in the reverse. Oh, okay, so yeah, this person is having some, definitely having some emotional problems, okay? They're not really doing good at healing or trying or know how or trying. They're not really trying. They're very imbalanced, you know. They can have too much fire or too much water, you know what I'm saying? It's not knowing how to handle, not knowing how to temper those emotions, mixed in with some other deep-rooted issues that could be going on emotionally as well. This King of Cups in the reverse energy here, who's crazy about you. He could be tied to a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, or feel like his tie to this feminine is keeping him separate from you at this time, okay? This masculine in this relationship could be feeling stagnant. He could be feeling stuck. He could be feeling unhappy. And he also feels helpless, you know, like he can't change his own circumstances. So he's kind of in that victim mentality a little bit. Who's crazy about you, group number 1? Because they chose to enter into a contract or a partnership with someone who is showing them a false light or an artificial like LED type of light, and they mistook it for natural light, which would be what you guys are symbolizing right now in my mind, in my brain. Okay, so this person feels like they fell for the okie doke, and they could feel like this feminine energy like trapped them or tricked them into like a marriage or a contract, or, you know, signing something that they shouldn't have signed involving this feminine here, okay? But yeah, you know, it's like just I don't know, I'm just, this energy is very, very much helpless and victim and rolling around in a puddle, you know what I'm saying? And I don't really feel like there's any excuse for that kind of energy, especially if this is a grown adult person, you know, and it's kind of just, I'm kind of losing my patience right now with this person, because it's just it's droning on and on and on, like feeling sorry for myself. Oh my God, I'm so sad. Oh my God, everything's broken. Oh my God, everything's destroyed. And it's like, I can't do anything. What do you want me to do? I can't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, go away. Go away. I don't want to talk about this person. Who's crazy over you, group number 2? I mean, group number 1. Who's crazy over you? Some more bullshit. I don't know if you guys are still, like, interested in this person, you know. But I can definitely advise you that this is the kind of person you would want to be around or involve yourself with, you know, and there's nothing really positive that can come out of you being in a relationship with this person, especially if you've already taken everything that you were meant to take from them. You know, I just feel like this is an energy that doesn't really have anything for you, okay? They don't have nothing. But like I said, that's not the only person here. It's just who wanted to like put their energy in the forefront on us in a spiritual kind of way, you know, or this person's like wanting your attention, or, you know, they want you to look at them. Hey, look at me, I'm over here, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, what are you really looking at? You know, watching you cry and wallow and act like you can't fix anything or you can't change anything. Like, that's not what we're doing in 2025, guys. Okay, let me take my opinion out of this reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna stop now. I'm at 17:21. I feel like I had to keep going because I was like, is somebody else gonna talk about it here? But it just kept going on to this person, so, you know, I guess. Anyways, I love you guys. I'll see you in my next reading. Hey, group number 2, what's up? I hope everybody's doing good, and all that jazz. And today we're going to be looking into who's crazy over you, okay? Or who's crazy about you. Who's crazy about group number 2? I'm going to take a tea break. The moon in the reverse. Knight of Pentacles in the upright. Who is crazy about you? person here, it's like how they say they feel, and then their actions are not even related, okay? They're not even freaking fraternal twins, okay? They're not even cousins, you know? And this was revealed to you about this person. They like to operate in illusion. They like to operate under a veil, you know, under a mask or whatever. And this person was investing in a situation that, well, for one, I can say they shouldn't have been investing in. They could be investing in something that isn't going to make them happy in the long run, something they're not going to see a return in, or whatever the case is. But like I said, this person, they kind of operate out of like this trickster energy, you know, watch this hand so you don't see what my other hand's doing kind of vibes here. So I feel like this person was kind of giving to this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. And in doing so, they were also working against their own progression. They're working against their own healing. They're working against their own finances by pouring into this feminine, this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse energy. I feel like you guys could be aware of this, but there may have been a time when this person was very, very secretive about it, or they didn't want you to know, you know, or maybe they knew if you knew, you would withdraw yourself from the situation, or whatever the case is. They felt like they had to hide it, okay? Who's crazy over you? Who's crazy about you? See, this kind of ended in an unhappy home, or a broken home, or like a toxic environment here. I'm also getting bankruptcy. I don't know, this is so specific, it's probably only gonna go for like 1 or 2 people, but someone here, if they like took out a mortgage on a home for this feminine, they could have ended up losing the home or losing an investment, something like that, okay? They feel like they've taken a major loss here surrounding like a residency. So that's going to be really, really specific for someone. This person could have recently been divorced from this feminine, or broken up, or if they divorced, broken up, or if they were living together, you know, they may have split up from the home, whatever, moved out, okay? So they're coming from a bad relationship, and because they're in the moon, there's that air of secrecy. So I do feel like either you didn't know this person was recently divorced or separated, or this person could have kind of stepped into something with you before finalizing this divorce, okay? Who's crazy about you, group number 2? I feel like I picked up on this energy like a couple of weeks ago. It feels kind of familiar. So if this person could have like approached you or offered you something, or try to, you know, give you an offer of romance, love, emotions, affection, intimacy, you may have turned this person down because you felt like they were unstable, or you felt like they had third parties, or, you know, you could have felt like this person's lifestyle was too wild, or it was too unstable, or, you know, not the kind of person who you would feel comfortable with trusting in that way, okay? They feel out in the cold, you know? But 9 times out of 10, their cup, there's like 50 other people in there too. You know what I'm saying? There's backwash in there. Everybody been drinking out of that cup, okay? I'm just saying. I feel like you guys knew that. They feel like they're in the 5 of Pentacles right now. They could feel lost, suffering from a loss. This person could have been extremely anxious, or coming out of anxiety, or losing sleep. Why? I'm getting in their business today. I'm getting in their business. Hold on a second. Where's my other deck at? Why is this person Nine of Swords? Why is this person Nine of Swords in the reverse? Why is this person in that energy? Learning. What else? Okay, so this person maybe, they feel like they're still learning some things here, you know, some life lessons and karmic lessons and all that good stuff we all go through. I feel like they're trying to take the things that they've learned, the things that they've observed or experienced, and this person is trying to apply those things, because I feel like they do genuinely want an equally reciprocated relationship with you, okay? I do feel like this person is at least trying some, I guess, in whatever way they would consider trying, or, you know, just paying attention to things, looking into the deeper meanings of things, or maybe paying attention to things they weren't before, especially the people around them, okay? They feel like they're growing or they're maturing a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Or they're slowly waking up or taking those steps to reach a certain level of maturity here, okay? And I feel like a large motivation for this person to do that is because they want like a healthy relationship with you. And I also feel like that's kind of why the Nine of Swords came out in the reverse, because instead of feeling helpless, like they can't change anything, like they can't do anything about it, this person is like, okay, what can I change about myself? You know, what can I improve on as an individual? What areas do I need to work on? Okay, this person, I feel like they may be in the beginning stages of kind of doing the work, because they've come to the realization that they can't have a healthy relationship until they do that first. So this person, that could be what they're working on right now, you know. Who's crazy about you, group number 2? They're waiting for their time. They're waiting for the time, the right time, the appropriate time, an opening. Who's crazy about you? Some things might be going on in this person's life here too that they're kind of waiting to settle. They could be wanting, you know, to approach you or to reach their hand out, you know. I feel like this person maybe went through some difficult, kind of chaotic changes. There could have been a lot of conflict around these changes, especially if this person was in a marriage or a long-term relationship. They could be still getting things figured out there, you know, or trying to get things to a more stable, peaceful ground within that situation. So, you know what I'm saying? I feel like this person's kind of trying to make sure that they clear out everything that they need to clear, okay? This person did come out as a King of Wands in the upright, so I give them a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. In Seven of Pentacles energy, this person could be working on building their finances, establishing security in their career, finding new avenues of finances, new avenues of, I didn't want to say finances, but it doesn't really matter. But this person could be saving money as well, you know. They could be saving up to buy a new home or something like that, okay? So they're definitely trying to stabilize themselves. There we go. Who's crazy about you, group number 2? They could also have a lot of responsibilities on their plate as well, or feel stressed out, burdened, tired. This person may have been overworking themselves, pushing themselves too hard, you know what I'm saying? They could be experiencing like physical aches and pains from having like overexhausted themselves as well. So I do feel like right now this person's a bit like stressed out, and even if that's not the case, they could just be like extremely busy, or they could just be pushing themselves a little bit too hard, okay? They could also be emotionally exhausted as well from dealing with other people, other relationships, other friendships, their family members, their kids as well. I feel like this person has a lot on their plate. They have a lot. I mean, who's crazy about you, number 2? I feel like this masculine kind of wants to go about things the wrong way, especially if he didn't in the past, you know, or especially if this masculine energy rubbed you the wrong way in the past, or, you know, if they approached you in the wrong way. I feel like they're like back to the drawing board, you know. Let me go back to the drawing board. Let me figure out a new plan. Let me, you know, figure out a better course of action here, okay, or a better way to approach you. You know, they're not just like quit, you know. It's let me go back, let me tweak some things, and then I'll try again. So honestly, you guys could have turned this person down a couple of times. You could have turned this person down a couple of times, but I do feel like they haven't given up. And they're feeling very like sure, you know. They feel sure. They feel like this time it's gonna work. You know, they feel like they're approaching you correctly this next time. Or, you know, they're showing you things that you need to see as far as entering into a partnership with them. What, who's crazy over you? Who's crazy about you? Your number 2. I feel like this person's also kind of feeling the sense of adventure or excitement or something like that. Or they could also be very, very like optimistic. It's like they want to have fun, or they want to enter into a partnership that's a lot of fun, or they feel like they could have that with you guys, okay? I feel they're imagining the future, or it's like they're kind of manifesting with their vision, or what they're, you know, what they're imagining or daydreaming about, the possibilities, you know, things they want to do with you, bonds they want to build with you. Like this person could even be wanting to introduce you to their family. They're imagining what that would be like, okay? It's like the whole 9, but this person's really, really happy about it. And then they also have like some physical expression that they want to unleash. You know, badly, I'm getting it too, or they think about that a lot as well. Who's crazy about you? I gotta say crazy. I don't know where the hell I got that from. Yeah, I feel like this masculine grew up a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. And I feel like it's important for him not to make the same mistakes he did before. Or it's like he's treading carefully to make sure that he doesn't make the same mistakes, you know, like jumping too soon, or trying to move things too fast too soon. You know, they may feel like that's where they messed up in the past, or, you know, they could still be dealing with the fallback from that, or injustices from past situations where they jumped too early. So it's like gentle. They want to approach you in a very gentle way, or if you are in communication with this person, they could be being very, very gentle with you, very kind, you know, very fun, very friendly. This person could also be wanting to establish or build a friendship with you here as well, okay? But yeah, I feel like this masculine energy, you know, he feels like that's the best way to ensure that things remain stable between you if this is someone that you're interested in. Even if you guys are unaware of who I'm talking about, this could be somebody that's incoming. Maybe you haven't met them yet. But anyways, yeah, it's like, I feel like this person wants to dot all their I's and cross their T's and make sure that they do things the right way. So, you know, they're not faced with like a tower of things crumbling around them or ending in like a drastic way because they weren't careful or because they weren't detail oriented enough, okay? So I feel like this person put a lot of thought and consideration into you guys, you know? They're crazy about you, but kind of in like a balanced kind of way, you know? They're crazy, but they're not like bonkers. Yeah, you guys could already be exchanging energy with this person or exchanging things on the physical realm. They want to make sure that you guys maintain that equal balance, that things don't, you know, end up more on one side than the other, where things maybe aren't being reciprocated or where energy isn't being returned, you know. Even if it's not being returned in the same way, there's other ways that this person wants to ensure that they give back, and that they're equally being given to in this, okay? Or they want to make sure you guys don't get off balance to where one person feels like they're on the losing end, okay? 17, 27, 33. This is crazy about you. You guys could also be healing as well. Both you and this person could be going through like this healing thing, or kind of learning to open up your heart a little bit more, or to not be so on the defense, you know, so quick to cut somebody off, or so quick to run away from a relationship or a situation, you know what I'm saying? I feel like both of you guys are kind of coming out of like that energy of being blocked off in your heart space, or this person could be coming out of that energy of being blocked off, and as they're coming out of this energy, there's an opportunity being gifted to you guys here as well, or you guys could be the opportunity that's being gifted to this person. Like I said, it just depends on kind of where you fall as far as the timeline of where you guys' situation is, because, you know, there's all kind of energies watching this. Some of you guys are in communication with this person. Some of you are not in communication with this person, but you know who I'm talking about. Some of you guys don't know who the fuck I'm talking about. Okay, so just, you know, sort accordingly, like I always say. But yeah, that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated. I hope it helped. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Don't forget to like this video. See you next time. I feel like a relationship counselor or a love doctor, or I could be like Hitch. I'm gonna hook you guys up. Hey, you're number 3. What's up? How's your day? I hope you guys are good. And we're gonna be looking into who's crazy about you, okay? Who's crazy about group number 3? Who is crazy about group number 3? This person's afraid of denial, afraid of rejection. They're insecure. Who's crazy about group number 3? They're super insecure. They could also be a little bit shy, or like overly shy. Like it's cute when you're like a little bit shy, but this person's like too shy. This is like afraid to say anything to you, shy. Who's crazy over group number 3? I feel like this person rejected themselves before they even tried, for real. They rejected themselves. Who's crazy about group number 3? This person feels like you're cooler than them. They could feel like they don't have enough for you, material-wise. They could feel like they're not as tapped in or spiritual or as knowledgeable as you are. Or this person could be feeling blocked off from their intuition. This person holds back their emotions out of fear. They hold back their feelings. They don't say anything. They don't express. This energy is intimidated by you guys as well. They feel like you have a lot of magnetism or charisma to you, or physical attractiveness, and it intimidates them a lot. This person could be like the introverted, or like nerdy, or, you know, they like Pokemon or something like that, or, you know, it's just something about them that's like, they don't open up to very many people, and they damn sure don't make the first move. Okay, yeah, they just don't have it in them. They talk themselves out of it. They're too fucking shy. Who's crazy about you, group number 3? All they look at is their shortcomings. You know, that's how they feel. Ways they're lacking, their insecurities they may have about themselves, or, you know, insecurities around the type of person they feel like you may be attracted to, or the type of people that may be attracted to you. It's almost like they feel like they don't fit the bill in a way. They feel like they're they feel like they're not competition, you know. Like, they feel like there is air of competition, but they feel like they can't even really get in the game at all. You know what I'm saying? They're not even like fucking signing their name on the roster to enter into the competition. Okay, it's like they quit way before the race even started. Okay, so they're dealing with that stuff. It's like, even though they feel this connection to you, you could work with this person. Some of you guys work with this person. Three of Pentacles. They could be really nice to you. They could be very kind, very open to you. In a way, you may know this person likes you, but they never really said it. Or you could just tell by the way that they look at you, the way that they treat you, that they care. But they're so shy. Like, I'm literally getting Steve Urkel vibes, like the glasses and suspenders vibes right now. And I don't have anything against like nerds. And I'm not saying this person's a nerd. That is such a funny word. But yeah, this person, they're really book smart. They always have their nose in a book, or they could be very well studied in certain areas, or very knowledgeable about certain things. You know, they're very intelligent as well. Yeah. But I feel like this person's interest in you, not to say it's not sexual, but it's not based on the sexual energy. You know what I'm saying? This person's extremely intellectually attracted to you, and they may not find many people who they're attracted to on a mental level. Okay, I feel like they may have accepted you as like, this is just a crush, you know, or I'm just gonna be this person's secret admirer, or I'm just gonna watch from the stands, you know. Who's crazy about you? Group number 3, maybe, unless something else comes out. It's like this person feels a connection to you, but they never really took any steps to just explore the connection at all. It's like they, like I said, they just gave up before they even tried. Who's crazy about you? Who is crazy about you? Yeah, there's definitely some kind of like competitive energy here, because I literally just pulled competition. But anyways, yeah, so as far as change goes, you know, this person may be hesitant or reluctant to change the situation because they kind of have other shit going on within. This person has trust issues. They could have had, you know, certain situations in the past where they feel like their trust was taken for granted, or where they feel like, you know, maybe they were a pushover, or where they maybe let certain people take advantage of them in a relationship before. Okay, so you may be confused about this person. You know, you're very confused. You don't really know how they feel. You can't really tell, you know what I'm saying, because they don't really like say anything. And the reason why they don't say anything is because they're still kind of hesitant. You know, they may feel like they placed their loyalty with the wrong people in the past, and that kind of creates this hesitancy in this person. And they may have, you know, a bit of a difficult relationship history. It doesn't have to be too much, but they may feel like burned from a particular like situation from before, and that's kind of playing a part in how this person feels about themselves and how they feel about relationships as well. Okay, so if you guys are like in this confused energy, or you don't know how this person feels, that's because their energy is confusion. This person's confused, okay? It's like their mind and their heart are doing like a tug of war. Like, I feel this in this way, but my mind is telling me, you know, I'm gonna end up hurt, or this person's gonna do this and this, or they're gonna choose somebody else, or, you know what I'm saying? It's things that are not necessarily your doing, you know, or your fault, that this person's working their way through. There's a King of Cups in the reverse here. Who's crazy about you? 10 of Swords. That's what I'm saying. They got burned in the past. themselves, you know. And I don't really necessarily feel like this person is still suffering emotionally, but there's still some things that are going on mentally for them, okay? This person could have been married, or could be married but separated. Definitely going through a separation, or recently separated, or something like that, okay? So that's also a big part of this person's, like, back and forth. I'm picking up this back and forth. It's like going to my dad to Home Depot. He'll sit there for like 10 minutes and trying to decide what screw he could buy. Like, this person is just like, maybe I should do this, and I'm not gonna do this. I mean, I should do this, but what if this and this happens? It's like this person could be a Libra, but they just do this back and forth, like this endless, you know, go around and around and around and around, and then their past comes to their mind. You know, they may feel like they made a mistake in whoever they decided to marry or commit to before. They could be having some regret centered around that. So there's quite a few things going on with this person. And they have kind of like some issues or like toxic beliefs around love, relationships, partnerships, which is also kind of keeping them disconnected or unable to form an intimate connection or bond, because I feel like they haven't fully healed in their mind, in their programming, their beliefs. You know, they could be a bit pessimistic about like the opposite sex or marriage or relationships as well, okay? So this person's pretty freaking complicated. I told you they were smart. Like, smart people are always complicated. Well, at least, you know, a smart person's crazy about you. That's a good thing. Who's crazy about group number 3? 5 of Swords in the reverse. 5 of Cups. All right, yeah, I'm not gonna keep doing this with this person. This, you know, they're going through a very, very, very fresh breakup, okay? There could still be some sort of courting, communication, or, you know, having to settle things with this person or come to an agreement with this person in regards to the separation or something like that. But, you know, I feel like this person like has a crush on you. You know, they could be very, very infatuated. They could be very interested. You know, you could have sparked their curiosity, and they do feel drawn to you in a lot of ways. But this person also has a lot going on. They have a lot going on in their immediate environment. They have a lot going on mentally, okay? Their ex didn't really give a fuck, you know? Their ex didn't give a fuck how they treat them, how they talk to them, their actions, none of that. They feel like they married a dog or a lowlife. And I only said dog because I literally just heard the word dog in my head. I wasn't even gonna say that. But yeah, they feel like they married like a lowlife or a grimy person, or, you know, a person that was only with them for what they could gain out of the relationship, or like they really never cared about them. You know, their ex could have put them in third-party situations, or made them feel like they had to fight or to compete for their love or for their heart. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this person really married someone who didn't love them. And that definitely doing a number on this person, okay? Even if it's not a marriage, it's definitely like a long-term thing. So they're crazy about you, yeah. But they need to let some stuff go. They need to let go a lot of stuff. I hope you guys like this reading. I hope it didn't throw you off. I don't know if you guys know who I'm talking about or not, but I'm not gonna worry about that. All right, you guys, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go burn some ancestor money. I got like 5 stacks over here waiting on me, so I'm gonna go ahead and burn that before the sun goes down. But I love you guys so much. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to like this video. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.